Hello, Spoon Nation. Welcome to yet another wrestling review. And today we have the Royal Rumble 1992. I was quite lucky to draw this page, not only because it's got one of the best Rumbles in it. It's Rumble season. Actually, today is the Royal Rumble. This is going out on the 1st of February. So tonight at I don't know, maybe 9. I don't know if I'll have the pre-show on. I am gonna be streaming my live reactions to the Royal Rumble. This is Royal Rumble 92. We're going way back in time. And let's see how it goes. See what happens. If you remember on the last video, I was quite concerned because I knew Royal Rumble 92. And I knew it was an early one, so it might not have been good, but then I checked it and it's a good one. With a tear in my eye. Let's get into the pay-per-view. So I want to make it known that I watch this on Netflix, so if there's any issues, blame them, not me. The show starts with Vince McMahon just shouting the names of loads of people that have declared for the Royal Rumble match, which I think was a bit funny, and it went on for like a good 2 minutes. Then we have who's on the call. It's Gorilla and Heenan. For some reason, I've written Greg in my notes, which is wrong. Fink opens up the show announcing the tag match of Kato and Tanaka versus Jim Neidhart and Owen Hart. Owen starts with the mask lag, which I'm pretty sure is Kato. I could be wrong. I'm not a wrestling fan from 1992. I wasn't alive yet. And then there's a really cool reversal, and then a springboard flip and a Hurricane Rana from Owen, and then Neidhart is tagged in. Tanaka's a non-masked man, so it was Kato, the other guy. Anyway, gets tagged in and get just shoved like a two-handed fucking by Jim to the ground. Tanaka just runs at Jim and bounces off him effectively. And him and Owen hit a good double team thing. The New Foundation do some more good double team stuff. And Owen hit a double crossbody for a very decent 2 count. There's some cheating from the Orient Express, which is a dodgy name, behind the ref's back, and there's a thing. I think that's the bit with the stick. I could be wrong. No, it's not. Owen hits a crucifix for another good 2 count. Tanaka headbutts Owen directly on the penis. There's a hot tag the ref didn't see, which really annoyed Jim Neidhart, who he argued with, and while that happened, the Express whipped Flair into Mr. Fuji's stick for a very good 2 count, but he did get his leg on the rope. They're now working over Owen's arm, but a hot tag, you can feel it coming. Owen hits a very good belly-to-belly suplex. We're working over Owen, but then finally we get this hot tag with an Owen Hart-assisted suicide dive. They then hit a cool tag team finisher for a pretty good match. 3 out of 5. I'm never doing that again. Then we go see Lord Alfred Hayes, who explains the whole thing of the IC title situation of Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, and the Mountie. We then get an interview of Jimmy Hart and the Mountie with their IC title. The Mountie says he's gonna win, and that actually the match shouldn't be happening. He should win by forfeit because where's Hart? We then go to Mean Gene, who's with Roddy Piper, and he makes a reference to the Village People, and every time he breathes, it's like a dog that is dying. He then does a cocaine-filled promo, and then he talks about how the Mountie's dream is going to be a wet one, which is comedy. The Mountie's out first. We've never been able to do that bit right. Why is the champ out first? He's the Intercontinental Champion. Gunther's going to hold that belt one day. Roddy comes out to bagpipes, yet, as we all know, he's not a Scottish man. And the Weasel keeps saying Roddy can't win because he's in a skirt, a kilt. And then Roddy takes off said kilt. Roddy attacks the Mountie before the bell. He comes out all guns blazing, attacking the Mountie lots with punches and strikes. Roddy hits a bulldog, and the crowd are in love with this man. Roddy hits an atomic drop and getting the Mountie out, but then he bounces back. He does the atomic drop, he bounces off the ropes, goes back to hit a big move. He hits Jimmy Hart. Roddy puts him in a sleeper, and he wins. And then after the match, he gets the cattle prod and tases the Mountie with it. 2.5 out of 5. We then go to Alfred Hayes. I want to go back. I think I said that wrong. No, I didn't. Don't listen to that. We then see Alfred Hayes. He has an interview with Hulk Hogan, and he may not actually be on drugs. He was quite chill. He makes a decent tea joke. We then see Mean Gene, who's with the Bushwhackers, and they are insane. And out first is the Beverly Brothers with their manager, the genius, who reads a poem of 2 sentences. And I want you to know, I'd never seen a Bushwhackers match before, but I'm aware of the fact that I'm pretty sure they have a 5-star match and a minus 5-star match. That might be wrong. I don't care. You'll correct me in the comments. And they come out and they're licking people, which was a hard one to explain to my friend who's not massively into wrestling. Why are they licking the children? They just are, okay? And then there is maybe 5 minutes of crowd work at the start. The bell's rung. There's not a move, and then 90 seconds of some shoves, some kicks, maybe a headlock, and possibly a big shove, and then more pandering to the crowd. This match was awful, and I hated it. Fuck all of this. This is wrestling, and this whole thing, there'd be no wrestling. There's basically no wrestling in this match, and that'd be okay if it's a 5-minute death spot. But no, this was 15 minutes of my life. It was awful, and the purple guys win, and they kept fighting, and I stopped caring. A quarter of a star out of 5. The Bushwhackers' friend attacks the purple guy's friend, and it made me want to shoot myself. Then that's all done. We see Mean Gene and the Legion of Doom, and they are shouting. Hawk says they will win, but he does it in quite a silly voice. The Natural Disasters come out, and they look big. The Legion of Doom come out and look pretty cool. Some fine. A double down, a splash on Animal from Typhoon. Earthquake keeps using the bear hug, the scariest hug. And then the Legion of Doom hit a good tag. An Animal fucks Earthquake up. The Natural Disasters then win by counter help because of Champion's advantage. The Legion of Doom retain. I hate a count out finish, and I hate a silly count out finish as well. So I gave that match a whopping 1 3/4 stars, because the action weren't bad. But the Legion of Doom, they're pretty decent. But yeah, the fuck all finish was annoying. You know, great. Then we go backstage, and the Natural Disasters are with Jimmy Hart, and he says he's fed up. And then the big men come in and start, because they're fed up because they won, but they didn't get the titles because, the rules of wrestling. And then Jimmy keeps saying he's going to get a lawyer. Just lots more shouting. Then we see Monsoon and Brain, they discuss it. We got a Mean Gene who is with Roddy, who I jokingly say is in a K-hole, but I've been informed that wasn't what a K-hole would look like. For some reason, he makes an MLK reference, which is weird. We'll see another interview. It's HBK. He's classed as an underdog. Now, this has happened just after the barbershop incident with My Genetic jumping through the window. But HBK wants to win the Rumble. Hayes goes to Flair, and he says, everyone, look, guys, I'm number 3. I'm going to try my best, but, I'm number 3. Then we see Mean Gene with more participants, and Randy Savage goes like, "Oh yeah," and is mental. Sid comes out and says, "Bollocks." Reaper Man says he's going to steal the championship because this is the Royal Rumble that's for the WWF championship. The Bulldog comes out, says he'll win, and he says he's from London. He's not. He's from Leeds, which is nowhere fucking close. Jake comes out, then Mr. Perfect's with Flair. Paul Bearer does some talking for Undertaker, then Hulk Hogan's out, and he's clearly done a line. He's off his tits. He's like, "Rrr, rrr." Then we go out and see Finkel explain the rules, but for some reason, the brain just talks over it. Jack Tunney comes out and says, I'm going to give the belt to someone. Out number 1 is Davey Boy Smith from London, Leeds. And number 2 is Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man, which with inflation, probably the $1 billion man. And Ted DiBiase is eliminated before number 3 comes out, which I thought was quite funny. Out number 3, we know who it is. Woo, it's Ric Flair. Bulldog hits a military prep now, because it's a Rumble, there's a lot to go through, so the notes here are very small and there's lots of them. But you will, if you're watching this, you probably have seen this before, or watch it on Netflix, or it'll be on YouTube probably. So if you want, this is me just going like play by play, whatever. All the Nasty Boys comes out, and then Haku, him and Flair have a little fight, and then Flair goes like under the bottom rope. Haku just hits a pile driver on Davey Boy like it's nothing. Haku then gets him, and then out comes Sean. Sean and Flair have some, HBK obviously, some hard strikes, and HBK hits a super kick. Not a sweet chin music, I don't think. They didn't sell it like it was. And then Davey Boy hits a Gorilla Press Slam on the Heartbreak Kid. Ugh. Flair goes to eliminate HBK, basically just pokes him in the eyes to stay in. HBK gets the top rope cock spot where he's like boing boing, which is funny. Then out comes Tito Santana, who goes directly for Ric Flair. A massive low blow from Flair to Bulldog there, which was funny. Out comes the Barbarian. The ring's now filling up with Kevin Von Erich up next, who I was explaining to my friend. It's the guy from the Iron Claw we saw. Reaper Man comes out at number 7. Flair just hitting chops on everyone. Greg Valentine comes out and there's now 8 men in the ring. Hammer goes straight to Flair, hitting him with chops. Very chop heavy match. Heenan on commentary is fantastic throughout this whole match. He's I think Flair's in the Heenan family. If not, they're very closely associated. And he was fantastic throughout this whole hour-long match. Out now is Nikolai Volkov, who is pretty much instantly eliminated. Who the Man is out next with the Big Boss Man. And then Repo eliminates Greg Valentine, but then gets eliminated himself. Flair eliminates Bulldog. So now Flair is the person who's been in the match the longest. Then goes the Texas Tornado. Then out come Hercules. There's only 4 people now in the ring, with Flair, Barbarian, Bossman, and Hercules. Hercules eliminates the Barbarian, and then basically himself, leaving just the Man, who the Man, and Flair. And then Bossman eliminates himself, so Flair is alone in the ring for a little breather. Then we get 10, 9, 8, I'm not counting down. Roddy Piper comes out, and he goes fucking mental on Flair. If he wins this, he'll be the first man to ever hold the Intercontinental and WWF World Championship at one time. The pair go outside of the ring, obviously bottom rope style, middle rope maybe for Roddy, and fight on the barricade. Then they do the corner punches, and Piper just keeps poking Flair in the eyes, and then he does an airplane spin into a sleep hold. Out comes Jake Roberts, and he just sits in the corner and watches, which goes hard as fuck. He's like, go on, Piper, fuck him up. Roberts was cool. He should have won the WWE Championship at least once. He goes to do a DDT, but then doesn't. Flair puts Jake in the figure 4 leg lock. The 3 then basically do a little chop circle. They're probably my least favourite wrestler. Like, not literally least favourite, but like, it's most like, oh, it's old wrestling, alright, with Jim Duggan. Oh, and he's out. Then comes IRS, and then comes out the murderer Jimmy Snuka. He killed his girlfriend, guys. Fucking hell. Then out comes Bong. It's the Undertaker. Taker instantly eliminates Snuka, and then goes after Flair. Roddy pokes like the 4th person in the eye with Jake Roberts. Out comes Joe Man, who gets fucked by Taker and IRS. Savage then eliminates Jake, but he then himself goes over the top rope, which was funny to notice. I was like, he's 100% done that, but they're like, oh no, you have to be thrown over the top rope, and Taker keep trying to bring him back in for some reason. It's just like, it's the 4th Rumble, Give him some slack. The Berserker comes out, and Piper and Taker team on Flair. Virgil comes out and takes some big fucking chops from the IRS. Taker goes to eliminate Flair, but he doesn't. Out comes Sheiky Baby, I think he's Colonel Mustafa at the time. He might be one of the other lads. What was he called? Yeah, it was Colonel Mustafa. He's out now. Out comes Rick Martel. There's a lot of people. It's filling up again. People are really trying to get Flair out. Sheik's out. Savage is back again. And then I think Duggan's by himself and does a USA chant. Out comes Hogan, who goes straight after Taker and Flair. And then Virgil eliminates Martel off camera, which I don't think was meant to happen. I'm pretty sure he comes back later. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't really pay attention to it. Hogan then eliminates Taker. Oh, eliminated by Taker. And then... No, Hogan eliminates Taker and then the Berserker. And then he goes, oh, I'm a big racist. What you gonna do when I'm a racist? Then Virgil and Duggan go. IRS chokes out Piper with Hogan's shirt. And then Skinner comes out to literally, not even an anti-pop, just no one cares. I think it's because he's a Crocodile Dundee character. Flair and Santana or Martel, I'm not great with old wrestlers that aren't like the Flairs, the Hogans. They go to eliminate Piper. Sergeant Slaughter comes out. Skinner eliminated. Sergeant goes after Flair. Hogan and Piper go at it. Martel nearly eliminates the Hulkster. And they don't, like, when they got the people coming out, they don't tell you what number it is. They just 10 down. So at this point, I like checking to see how long's left. There's only a couple left. Is it Sid? Of course it's Sid. He's out next. And he goes straight after IRS. Flair goes off and over. And number 30, not surprise entrant. Number 30, the best spot in the game is the Warlord. Yeah. And then Hogan and Flair are outside the ring, not over the top rope, just outside it. And he hits a suplex. Sid then eliminates Slaughter with a big fucking Irish whip. Then Piper eliminates IRS. And Flair and Hogan are still going at it. Sid and Hogan eliminate the Warlord together. Then Roddy's eliminated by Martel and Sid. No, Roddy and Martel are eliminated together by Sid. The final four are Sid, Flair, Hogan, and Savage, even though Savage clearly got eliminated earlier. But shh, don't think about it. Savage out straight away. Hulk goes straight after Flair. But then Justice eliminates Hulk Hogan, leaving Flair and Sid. But Hulk's like, and like tries to pull Justice out, and Flair just goes and wins from number 3. A very good Rumble. And to be fair, a lot of the names in here aren't classics, like the Berserker or anyone. Warlord at number 30. But besides that, it's a very good Rumble. Made better by just Flair. I like him as a wrestler. And how good the brain was on commentary throughout. 3 3/4 stars out of 5. Sid and Hogan square up in the ring. So Flair's just won the Royal Rumble. He's been in the match an hour. But, let's focus on Hulk Hogan and Sid Vicious. They're in the ring. There's loads of security there. And then we go backstage for what have been told to me one of the best promos of all time. Tony gives Flair the title, and he's like, with a tear in my eye. And he kind of just buries WCW as well. Just randomly. He's like, this is the belt that means the most in this whole sport. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and I am the man. And then, the brain pipes up a bit, and then so does Perfect. And it's just a great promo. And Mean Gene says, thank you everyone for watching and goodbye. And then we see a little video package kind of going over the best bits of the matches we had today. And yeah, it was a very good show, to be honest. It was carried by the Rumble. The Rumble was very good. The 15-minute match of the Bushwhackers and the Beverly Brothers made me regret being a wrestling fan. That was awful. Owen Hart was good. And the IC title match kind of just happened. What was the other match? There were 5 matches. We had the Rumble, Bushwhackers, Owen, IC title. Oh, Legion of Doom match. Yeah, that was a bit naff as well. But overall, the show gets a rating based on the matches of 2.2 out of 5. But the Rumble obviously carries that. And then the Bushwhackers destroys that. But yeah, if you want to go back and watch the show, maybe bookend it. Watch the Owen match because it's quite good. And watch the Rumble because it's very good. But yeah, I liked it. Would I watch it again? I'd watch the Rumble again. I wouldn't watch the fucking Bushwhackers again. That's probably, actually, the worst match I've ever seen. Because all the other ones I'd give a low rating. Are just a schmozzy finish and it's only like a couple minutes. Or ones where it's like, oh, it's a one move in the first round of a pay-per-view long tournament. That was 15 minutes. It was a quarter of the length of the Royal Rumble nearly. And it was just, I'm the Bushwhacker. So yeah, I didn't like that. I was very unpleased. But yeah, hope this review bit's been good. And now it's everyone's favourite bit, at least my favourite bit. Let's go to the wheel. Here we are with the wheel, with 813 items in said wheel. Again, very laggy, nearly crashed my laptop, made the laptop fan go insane. Very, very many items here. I'd like some TNA, because I bought TNA Plus this month. Another Rumble, great. 2017. Oh, okay, it is Rumble season, but Rumbles are very long and very, 2017. That's the one with women, I think. Let's look at the match card before I judge it. But another Royal Rumble from WWE. It's actually This show is actually the first Rumble of me being a wrestling fan, so I remember it quite well. It's a 5-match card. We obviously have the Royal Rumble, obviously. We're no spoilers of who wins, but you probably know. If you don't, you'll find out with me. But the match card, there are 5 matches. We got Charlotte Flair and Bayley, then the no DQ match for the Universal Championship with Jericho in a shark cage between Owens and Roman. Then we have a 205 match, and then we have Cena versus Styles for the WWE Championship. 5-match card, you know. First Rumble of my wrestling fandom, and also the one I watched recently. Before I thought it'd be fun to do the wrestling reviews again. But you know, because they've put it on Netflix, I was like, let's watch a Rumble anyway. That'll come out a couple days from now. Today's the first. Well, today's not. I'm recording this the day before. But you know, whatevs. Another Royal Rumble. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Rumble reviews. The next one will probably be longer because the nature of wrestling. Anyway, I've been Keith Spoon. Thank you for watching this Royal Rumble 1992 review. I'll see you next time for my Royal Rumble 2017 review. Tonight I should be live, as I've said earlier. No one's going to be in the video this far though, and if they are, they're definitely not watching it on day of release. But if you're watching this and the Royal Rumble 25's happened, isn't it cool that John Cena and Charlotte Flair won? I don't want Charlotte to win, but I think she will. Cena should win. But anyway, I'll see you next time for my Royal Rumble 2017 review. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, or go away.